Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, First Bank Stadium, home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the winners of 9 straight, the Vanderbilt Commodores. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack's with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Commodores offense will get the football first. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did, and he was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Well, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him, because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup. And, you know, you want to slow him down, like make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get his.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Pavia. A strike downfield. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, you love to see this offensively. On the first drive of the game, your quarterback taking a shot down the middle of the defense, finding a guy for a big play.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. power football with the run. Sweet cut there.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Commodores are moving quickly down the field. There he goes. They believe in this running game, and they take it all the way down to the 25 before he goes out of bounds. The offense down to the 25 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it. Powers through the defender.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Got it in the middle. It's Sherrill. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Tight end getting vertical. Makes a grab at the 6-yard line. It's 1st and goal. The Commodores had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Looking for the goal line. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. He'll wedge it in there on the quarterback sneak. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. He'll keep it on the sneak. The sneak scores it.
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting a drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put together an 81-yard drive. They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Tigers offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
They'll run it from the gun. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Breaks into the open. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn. The extra point here would tie the game.
And it's a math equation. Nice job. He sees the numbers. I got numbers out wide. I got blockers that can go make a play. Get it to my playmaker. He does the rest. Gets in for 6.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. If they're going to keep this drive going, they'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Looking downfield, it's Pavia. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Sherrill. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. And the Commodores will hustle to the line. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Great job by the defense. A big key coming into this one was 3rd down defense. They're going up against one of the 25 best in the country in that time, making a nice tackle before the sticks to set up 4th.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Pulls it in, the 1st down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Makes the grab. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. He'll do it himself on the draw. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. They lost ground on 1st down, now 2nd and goal from the 5. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw, it's Pavia. Trying to find the end zone. They will score! Touchdown, Vandy! Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Mississippi State is ahead early in Stark Vegas, but that's not exactly Dak Prescott out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 4 over Georgia. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. So here comes the Auburn offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on third down. He's open on the right. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the catch. It's Coleman. Oh, he's got some space. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Fires to the tight end. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Wants to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Coleman. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Nice job by the wide receiver getting open on that slant route against man coverage. He fakes like he's going to the outside. He's able to create some separation.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And here's what I like about that, man. That feels like an instinctive play. Like this guy almost knew it was coming. You know, most of the time in a bootleg, they want to show you the run first, but he wasn't buying it. Went right to the quarterback.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Man, getting to this quarterback is pivotal. You saw last drive, way too much time. They score a touchdown. Nice job on second down. Anticipating the pass, playing the pass, getting the sack, and now forcing a difficult third down.
And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Hey, when you speed quarterbacks up like this and you hurry their thought process, they're going to make mistakes. That was a mistake there. Throwing into double coverage, obviously not something you want to do. Could have been worse. Nice job by the defense.
That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. That'll bring him to within 4. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Here's the handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Scanning the field, it's Pavia. Grabbed over the middle, and Sherrill. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. This dude is putting in work out of the slot, and he is just wearing out this defense.
Man, you see it, Reese, in football. These slot guys are so quick slot. Let you back them up off the football so you can't get hands on them, and you just find ways to continue to get him the football. He's making plays, so I'm going to continue to throw it his way.
Oh, better look out! Turning it on! Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Got him downfield. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. And the Commodores will snap it on 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Catch in the middle. It's Sherrill. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from...
And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Doors!
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Here comes the heat. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Auburn sends out the punting unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass. It's Pavia. With the catch, it's Sherrill.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Close to the marker, it's Sherrill. He makes the tackle at the 37. It's a pickup of 5. That's good enough for a first down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Grabbed in the middle. It's Stowers. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. From the red zone, looking for a space. Snags it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here this Week 11 performance.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Cobb. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. They'll go to the ground. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in Nashville, and we've had a lively first half. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at First Bank Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Dropping back, it's Daniels. Looking for a big gain. And his first pass is incomplete.
This offense is done being patient. They're down on the scoreboard here. Now, early in their first possession in the third quarter, they're being aggressive. They're taking shots. They're trusting in their playmakers outside to get it done. That time the defense, really nice job forcing the incompletion. They were ready for it.
There he goes. He was searching for that first down marker, but he'll come up short. They stop him at the 22. It'll be fourth down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Commodores racing to the line in the hurry-up. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Going to the running game. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. They get to the line quickly.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And the Commodores are flying down the field. The give to the back. Breaks the tackle. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
I just continue to be impressed watching this guy play. Good decision-making, very accurate. He's obviously got a lot of talent surrounding him, so no surprise with that last completion. He's now over 3,000 yards on the year.
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And that's a gift, right? Like, he was pretty dang open, and that drag route came open, and he had a chance to catch that, chew up some yards, but the defense will take it. And I tell you what, when you go over the middle, man, you got to have some courage, and I don't know if he felt some...
Touchdown, Commodores! And the beatdown has ensued.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you've got receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Men, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Mississippi State is ahead early in Stark Vegas, but that's not exactly Dak Prescott out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 4 over Georgia. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. So here comes the Auburn offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Just going to keep it after the snap. Got enough for the first. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
You just hold your breath every time this QB keeps the football in the running game, man. With his speed, he's a threat to hit the home run every time he totes the rock.
Takes this handoff and headed to the right. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll run it from the gun. Great to have perfect blocking, but you can also make your own, and that's exactly what he does, getting it up to the 36. Now facing a 3rd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. To throw, it's Daniels. Pulls it in, it's Singleton. Breaks into the open. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Got the quick pass. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Gets the back moving. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. After a good pickup on the run, it's 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Coleman. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Great play by the cornerback. In this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over him. Nice job.
Got it in the middle, it's Singleton. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Here comes the field goal unit. And he's already made one. The holder will put it down at the 26 for a 36-yard try. Splits the uprights right down the middle.
Well, you're always going to wonder what woulda, coulda, shoulda happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. The Commodores in the hurry-up. Hands it off. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Throws to the tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
29 Philly.
Looking for room. It's Newberry. At the 45 on his way. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. That's it for the period, and it's Vanderbilt holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They're going to ride this running back. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Makes it past the marker. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice.
Oh, he's got some space. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Motion from the wideout. To the air, it's Pavia. Snagged in the middle, it's Sherrill. Good throw and catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Commodores line it up with a 1st and goal. He'll set up to throw. Pocket breaking down. And to the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Vandy. That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
Yeah, salt enter wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They put together an 81-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads up play, note.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
How about this defense? No mercy. Like, listen, I know we're up big, but they are still hunting, still flying around, still chasing, still making life really miserable for this offense.
Got the back over the middle, and the defense wrestles him to the ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to pass, it's Daniels. He's got an open man, and they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
Grab behind the line. It's Robinson. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they...
He's going to throw deep right side. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did. And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. They've got a 3rd down and manageable from right around midfield. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air. It's Pavia. Right down the middle. Ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. And now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. There's been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Wide open downfield. Turning it on. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another 1st down. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Daniels. He's got his man across the middle. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. The Tigers have this offense rolling. Wants to go up top on 1st down. The sure hand, it's Simmons. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. And the Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short.
Military stun.
Wants to go up top. Got it set up on the outside. To the 15. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they've put points on the board.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here.
And that is why they're called the handstand people on onside kicks. Great job jumping on that ball.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
He's now up to 83 yards on the ground as he gets closer and closer to that magical 1,000-yard mark for the season.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Grab near the marker, it's Dillon. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
The Commodores come to the line in the hurry-up. The give to the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it at the 12. And the Commodores kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
Motion from the wide receiver. After run, now throw. He's got it and still on his feet. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. One more play to pad the stats. Looking for a man, it's Pavia. Final pass falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things they're going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.